What's going on, everyone? So in these playoffs, right, you look at the teams that are left. You got the Minnesota Timberwolves, you got the Oklahoma City Thunder, you got the Indiana Pacers, and you have the New York Knicks. And one of the commonalities amongst all of these teams, particularly Indiana, OKC, and Minnesota, are the athleticism and just speed, particularly out on the perimeter, that these teams have. And it's something that the Lakers really lack. And it's something I have talked about for years. Talked about this last year, right? Even when the Lakers started off 8-0, remember Rui Hachimura got injected in the starting unit and everyone was like, oh, we're coming. And I was like, what happens when we can't stop guys or we can't get those 50-50 balls or we can't do those things? What happens to this roster, right? And you saw that against the Denver Nuggets, right? People talk about size, right? We need this size. We need that. Well, you look at a team like the Thunder, they're smaller than the Lakers are by a large margin, right? Lakers are big. They didn't have the interior center, but the Lakers are big athletes. And you had the Thunder out-rebounding a much bigger Minnesota team, right? And, being able to, and same thing with a Denver team, right? That they are much smaller against than even the Lakers, who had trouble the previous years. And so you look at that, and it's became very apparent, in my opinion, that Lakers need youthful athletes. That's what they need. I've talked about it again for years, right? You look at Luka, incredible player. Where's the athleticism? Okay, well, who's next to him, right? It's fine. Not every single player has to be ultra athletic. Who's next to him? Austin Reeves. Okay, he's just as bad as Luka, if not worse, right? Like, it's just like, okay. And then you look at who's next to him. And it's like Rui Hachimura. And you go down the list, and it's like LeBron James, who's 42, who's going to be 42 years old in year 22, or 41 in year 22, right? Like, where's the athleticism? Like, he's our best athlete, right? Like, I've talked about this a lot. You can get away with a lot just by being more athletic and outworking and hustling the other teams, right? You look at the Pacers roster and some of these, like, they don't on paper have the most talented, versatile like, they're deep, don't get me wrong, they're a very deep, versatile team, but they're not just insanely like, you match up Boston's roster with, Indiana, you're like, Boston should win, 10 out of 10 games, right? Like, but it's just, they have a bunch of just really good athletes. And what's a trend that is common right now? The last few seasons, guards, right? All these teams are running 3, sometimes 4 guard units, right? And people all the time talk about and look, I defended Darvin Ham. Look, Darvin Ham was not a good coach, right? But I defended him at times when he was running 3-4 guards. Problem is, our guards were just small, right? When you're running a bunch of 6-foot guards, it's very different when you're running a bunch of 6'4" to 6'6" guards, right? Like, that's very different, right? But, when you're running, Patrick Beverley and Kendrick Nunn and, Austin Reeves and, it's like 3 of your 4 guards are 6 to 6'1", Dennis Schroeder. It's like, okay, you got 3 guards out there that are 6 to 6'1", and Austin Reeves, who's 6'5". Like, that's not good. But if you had some sizable guards, right, you get the youth and athleticism, you get that injection that can just push the pace and just scrap and hustle and do the dirty work and grind and chase down those loose balls and win those 50-50 balls and all that stuff, right? It's also going to be very interesting to see who wins, right? Because if the last 2 years, the 2 teams that won were Denver and Boston, 2 teams that had a bunch of just high-end front-end talent, right? They were just a ton of front-end talent. They weren't super deep, right? They were just basically 6-7 guys, right? But Minnesota has 7-8 guys, but if you look at an OKC, they could go 12, 13 deep. Indiana goes 12 deep at times, right? Well, then now it's not just athleticism and skill. It's also just the advantage of having the depth. Problem is, the Lakers don't have the remnants of depth already, right? So if they had a clear, okay, these 7 guys, we just need like 2 or 3. We have like whatever, 20 million in cap space, and we could go get like 2 starting level guys and kind of trickle guys down, right? Then that would be a different position. Lakers aren't in that position. So to me, one of the things that I really want to see the Lakers look for is just that influx of just youth and athleticism. It's why I've talked about Lakers buying an extra pick, right? Even in the second round, right? Can they trade into the first round? Can they take flyers? Can they go get a Jonathan Kuminga or a Cam Whitmore or, some of these young guys, Isaiah Williams? Can they maybe get him on a prove it deal, right? Guys, you need guys that are young, that are hungry, that are athletic, that are versatile, that you can deploy and just go, right? Especially over an 82-game season, right? Like, obviously you have Luka. He's already working and conditioning and building himself up to kind of get back to what you need, which is great. It's what you want to see, right? You're going to lean very heavily on Luka, right? Absolutely. Same thing with LeBron, right? You have LeBron. Those 2 guys are going to handle 90% of the workload for you, right? But you need to have those guys to where they can just work and focus on the things that they are best in and what the Lakers need most from them, which is shot creation, right? Rebounding, right? Like being the engines, right? The luxury that the Lakers have that a OKC or a Minnesota or a Indiana or even the Knicks, that these teams just don't have, is they don't have 2 guys named LeBron James and Luka Doncic. Lakers have a head start over all these teams because they have 2 top 10 players in the league on the same team that both are 2 of the best offensive engines and 2 of the best just offensive versatility guys, utility guys in all of basketball ever, right? Like, again, like they're all time great. So what you need to do is you need to put the guys around them that can do all those dirty work and hustle plays, right? You look at Dallas. Dallas went and got Derrick Jones Jr., PJ Washington, Daniel Gafford. 3 guys. Derrick Jones Jr. was like the 15th guy on Chicago, on a bad Chicago team. Like he wasn't getting play. Like he was like sporadic, all of that, and became one of the most important factors for that team on a playoff run. And that led to a finals. PJ Washington. No one was talking about PJ Washington before he went to Dallas. Right? He was good. I made videos like, hey, we should try to go get PJ Washington because I thought he was, he's a good player. Dude, he went to Dallas and became their defensive anchor. Right? Daniel Gafford, same thing. We talked about like, hey, Lakers, Daniel Gafford would be great for the Lakers, blah, blah, blah. But no one was talking about Daniel Gafford in the light that we're talking about him now. Right? He went there. Why? Because those are 3 guys that did the dirty work, made the hustle plays. Right? Kyrie and Luka were able to be Kyrie and Luka, and those 3 guys just played the role. We'll defend Daniel Gafford, the landlord, blocking everything that comes in. I'm protecting the home, right? You got Derrick Jones Jr., hyper athletic, jump out the gym, can defend multiple positions, switch, right? Knock down the occasional 3. PJ Washington, strong, physical, can defend multiple positions, good wingspan, all of that, right? They did the dirty work. It's what the Lakers need. Problem is the Lakers don't have the guys that can do the dirty work. Right? Rui Hachimura is not a great dirty work player. Austin Reeves isn't a great dirty work player. Right? Like Rui Hachimura, he doesn't have the athleticism. It's something I've talked about for years. Most of the rebounds that we lose are long ball rebounds that the opposing team just goes and gets. Literally. Again, I'd say it all the time. Watch the film. Watch the game. Really focus on the type of rebounds that we're losing. Even with Anthony Davis, we weren't losing the interior rebounds more often than not. Those are the rebounds we're usually getting. Because you have Anthony Davis and LeBron under the basket. So they're usually getting it. Right? But teams take a lot of threes against the Lakers. Part of it is it's just the league that we're in now today. And 2, it's because, like, why would we not? Right? I'm just going to take threes. They're going to be long rebounds. And I just have to win a foot race against Austin Reeves, Rui Hachimura, and D'Angelo Russell. And then when the Lakers lose Anthony Davis, it's like, okay, now I just need to win a foot race against LeBron James, or not LeBron James, Rui Hachimura, Luka Doncic, and Austin Reeves. Like, I could do that. Like, that's what these teams are looking at. And so they're jacking up threes. You're getting these long ball rebounds, and they're just tracking them down, winning the 50-50 balls. Right? Look at the Denver game. The example I use is Aaron Gordon, or Michael Porter Jr. shoots the three, misses it. Boom. Right? In transition, by the way. Misses it. Aaron Gordon runs, tracks down, gets the offensive rebound, beats two Lakers to it, gets the offensive rebound, kicks it out to Michael Porter Jr. Michael Porter Jr. catches the ball, rises up, knocks down the three, and they, fast forward, go on to win the game, right? Change momentum. They tie the game. If they don't tie the game, Lakers get the ball. They're going the other way. Denver has to foul. It's a different game, right? Lakers more likely than not win that game, and it changes the series, right? Because Lakers are up 1-0. They steal home court. Like, everything's different. They were up 20. They don't blow that 20-point lead. The moment that happened, it changed everything. Why? Because we didn't have the people to out. No one on the Lakers outside of LeBron James is winning a foot race against Aaron Gordon. But that doesn't change. Lakers need to get the athleticism. They need to get just young athletes, right? Obviously, look, we need skilled players. We need, I'm not saying like you can't get a veteran, right? If you can get a quality vet guy or something like that, right? Like, I'm not saying like, oh, just go get a bunch of 20-year-olds. No, I'm saying like you need to have a balance. You want some vets, you want some youth, you want some experience, you want to have a nice balance. Lakers don't have balance. It's one extreme or the other. Like, our most athletic guys are like Jared Vanderbilt and like LeBron James. Right? It's just like it's not a good combination. But anyway, as always, this is a discussion. Pass question on you. Let me know your thoughts and opinions down in the comments below. What do you think? I feel what your thoughts. Agree with me, disagree with me, kind of mixed in the middle. How do you feel? Either way, I'd love to hear it. Do you agree that the Lakers need to go get some youth and athleticism? Let me know down in the comments. That being said, if you haven't liked this video, hit that like button. Helps me out. So we enjoy these types of videos, and I truly appreciate it. Not subscribe channel, hit that subscribe button. Turn on the bell notifications. Appreciate y'all. See you in the next one. Thank you.